No, I'm not a writer.
Okay.
Thanks for checking out Slaynuh Sofa, the podcast created to be your peace among the pandemonium. This week's listen is going to be pretty short. I just wanted to come to you guys and see how you're doing. Thank you all for tuning in once again. Bruise, this weather here in North Carolina right now, it's so hot, like it hurts to breathe. Like, I don't want to live in another state again that's super cold like Connecticut. As you know, that's where I'm from. But I also don't want to live in a state where it's sticky hot. I'd much rather prefer a state where it's humid. Like, I'm not really interested in moving to California, but like I want air that doesn't feel sticky on my skin. I don't really know which is worse, it being just hot or it being humid. Maybe if you guys know, or if you live in other states, comment below and let me know. Band-Aid, I've just been getting a lot of conviction from God, revealing so much about my life, who I am as a person, my relationships, my bonds with other people, and just unplanned brief conversations that I've had with one of my sisters in particular, Pooja, have just really uplifted me and encouraged me to keep walking this path that I have in faith and keeping my fire alive. I love you, Pooja. As they say in church, I will not be before you long. This week I'm going to be talking about my study abroad announcement. If you don't know, I will be going to, drumroll please, Ghana! So Ghana is in West Africa, and I am so blessed and fortunate to be studying abroad at the University of Ghana from August to December of 2018 for my fall semester. So I will be there an entire semester. I studied abroad in London this past July in 2017 for 3 weeks, and that was wonderful. And I was actually hesitant about studying abroad in Ghana because I was like, being away my senior year for an entire semester, I was really hesitant about that. I'll also be celebrating my birthday in Ghana because I will turn 21 in September. So I was like, am I really gonna want to quote unquote miss my birthday, homecoming, Halloween, all those type of festive things that go on during the fall semester? But I had to step out of myself and really spend time with God much earlier on in the past. And I really had to outweigh, quote unquote, what I would be missing, what I would be gaining from this experience. So I am so blessed to be traveling to Ghana, Africa in August, which is not that far away. And I will be going through a program called ISEP, which is the International Student Exchange Program. I will be staying on the campus of University of Ghana. I will be in the International Student Dorm. I already know lots about the campus because I talked to a past ECU student who studied abroad there 2015, and I've also watched a lot of YouTube videos, talked to a lot of the resources from the program I'm going to be using. I already know that I will not be able to shower with hot water there, but you know what? That's okay. There are other things that I will just have to, learn to live with and appreciate once I go there. But I am so excited. I want to thank family for always supporting me, always making a way. I want to thank my scholarship donors for being just so graceful with blessing me financially. I want to thank my boyfriend, my friends. I want to thank Miss Signs in the Education Abroad office, who has been so wonderful with me from when I was trying to study abroad in London to now. She's been with me every single step of the way. I want to thank all of the employees at my past job, which was in the Office of Student Transitions at ECU, for being so encouraging for this new journey that I'm going to embark on. I love you guys all so much. I miss you all so much. And obviously, first and foremost, I want to thank God for even making this able to come to fruition. So I'm extremely excited. I am holding a GoFundMe campaign. If you would like to donate, even if it's just $1, $5, $10, $100, whatever you may have, please know that the money is going to be used for my round trip plane ticket. And if anything is left over, I will be using that to travel out of country. I want to go to Nigeria and Johannesburg while I'm abroad. So if you can donate anything, I will leave the link in the description box. Ooh, I'm really tongue-tied today. But if you're able to donate, I will have that link available for you. And if you have any other method, because you don't use GoFundMe, you don't trust it, whatever the case may be, just DM me privately and we can work something out. I really appreciate everything in advance. The biggest question that's often asked to students, whether they're applying for scholarships or just talking in casual conversation, or even if you meet with your education abroad advisor like I had to do for an interview, why do you want to study abroad? And for me, studying abroad is so important because I want to be able to have a global outlook on life. I don't want to have this stagnant, this closed-minded outlook on what the rest of the world looks like. I want to be able to speak about a topic, speak about a country, and have real-world experience. I recognize that everybody who speaks, for example, on Paraguay, they might not be able to go there. But if you are able to go there, and if you have that opportunity, you should definitely take advantage of it because it gives you experience that is like no other. It gives you just so much more to look at, so much more to compare to in life. You pick up on so many wonderful things you just cannot get through a book, like culture, like food, music, fashion, the language. You get to sightsee, like even just the basic tourist things, you get to do that. But most importantly, studying abroad changes your mind frame if you are receptive to it, if you are open to it. Now, if you go in with the mindset, I'm going to hate this place, I'm not going to learn anything, that's exactly what will happen. You're blocking that barrier for yourself. And keep in mind that even if you go in with an open mind, things aren't always going to be how you envision them. But if you go in with an outlook that is more positive, you will have a greater outpour and a greater inpour as well. And as a Black woman, I think that I really need to represent, and not in the sense that I need to represent Black women completely and take it all on my shoulders, but Black people do study abroad, Black women do study abroad. And even though all the resources are not always at another person's fingertips who's Black and a woman like me, I'm willing to go after those opportunities. If I have a way to get to them, I make a way to them. And I really believe that I should be a trailblazer, not only for my brothers and sisters by blood, but anybody who is a Black woman, anybody that is Black, anybody that is young and wants to study abroad, you should be able to. So definitely, I consider myself a study abroad advocate. I'm going to just quickly go through a bucket list that I want to basically finish by the time that I leave Ghana in December. So I'm just going to quickly go down the list with you guys, and that's pretty much it. And in no particular order, I want to go to the KAM, I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but that's a national park in Ghana, which includes the canopy walk. Now, that is basically a walk through a lot of, I think it's rainforest, and it's a very high up type of bridge kind of thing. If you remember from, I'm pretty sure it was in Shrek, one of the, characters had to walk across a bridge or something like that. If I got the movie completely wrong, please comment below and let me know. But I am extremely terrified of heights. I will not get on amusement park rides. Like, I won't even go to amusement parks. But I want to walk the canopy walk while I am there. So I think actually that is number one on my list. Like, I know that's number two because you're going to hear next what is number one on my list. I want to go to the Cape Coast Castle in Ghana. And that is just so historic, and it's going to be so important to me as a woman with Ghanaian ancestry on my father's side. Being able to go to that location is just going to be, I already know, bone chilling. It's going to be so necessary. It's going to be so enlightening and make me so much more thankful for my freedom, for my liberation, and not only what we have done as people, but how much further we still have to go. I also want to go to a restaurant called T-Bar, which is in Ghana. I saw that on a woman's blog on YouTube. I probably, have to do a little bit more research to find out exactly where that is, but her food looked amazing. And I was actually drawn in first by the outside of the restaurant. It just looked so great. Like, I think it was made out of bamboo. Like, it was just so beautiful. I have to eat Ghanaian jollof and plantains and red snapper while I'm there. Like, I'm gonna obviously eat more foods, but I've never had Ghanaian jollof made by anybody other than myself. I've had it 3 times in my life, and I've made it myself. And I would really love for, like, you know, me to eat it in Ghana by a Ghanaian living there that was born and raised there. I also want to try fufu. I've watched in a couple of vlogs, people are eating it, and it doesn't look appetizing to me just because I'm a very particular eater and I don't care for certain textures, but I want to be open-minded and try it. I also want to learn how to weave kente cloth, or at least attempt to. Again, I saw this in another girl's vlog, and I thought, like, I love kente cloth and I would love to know how to weave my own if possible. And, you know, even if I just take a little small piece of what I weaved home, being able to say that I at least attempted to make an authentic, you know, fabric would be amazing to me. And before I even knew that I could do this with the program that I'm participating in, I have an option to take a Twi class. And if you know anything about Africa, you know that there are a bunch of languages in the entire continent. And even in Ghana specifically, there are multiple languages, and one of the main ones spoken in Ghana is Twi, and I want to learn some of the local language. So hopefully I will be taking back, you know what, not hopefully, I will be taking back some of Twi with me. Also, a part of my program, I have to volunteer. That's something I wanted to do anyway, but I want to volunteer somehow via the route of English with an international program. I will be eating lots of fruits and vegetables. I have a Nigerian friend. Well, I have a couple of Nigerian friends, but one of them who I talked to about the fruit and vegetables there by the name of Gloria. Love you, girl. She was telling me just how fresh the fruit, vegetables, even the fish are there, so I'm really excited for that. I also want to vlog. It'll probably be on my iPhone because I, you know, just don't want to carry around a camera. I think of any technology kind of like a baby. I don't want to have to watch it. I don't want to have to babysit it and carry it around bulky with me everywhere. So I'll probably do that from my phone, but I really just want to keep these, even if no one else watches them on YouTube, other than my family or my friends, you know, people who can't go with me. I want to be able to create some type of, you know, document that I can watch in the future. I want to make connections with peers and other people. I want to take up dancing because you guys know I cannot dance, and maybe a sport because when you play a sport, you also get to travel outside of Ghana. I want to visit Nigeria. One reason to prove to my Nigerian friends that Ghanaian jollof is better than Nigerian jollof. I've had Nigerian jollof once, and that was when I was in London by an authentic Nigerian woman, and I did not like it. But as my friend Dio has said, there are outliers in everything. So I'm going to give Nigerian jollof another try. But I also just want to visit Nigeria because I think it's a very beautiful country with beautiful people. And I want to go to Johannesburg, which is in South Africa, because again, that is also a very beautiful country and has a lot of historical roots that I would love to dig into. I want to go to beaches. Like, I've seen pictures of the sand and water are so beautiful. There are elephants on the beaches sometimes. I want to write a book. I've been trying my best to figure out what I want to speak on. I don't know. I'm still spending time with God as to what topic He wants me to speak about, but I do want to write a book of some sort. I want to learn how to braid hair because I am tired of having to spend money to do something that I know I can do. So while I'm there, I'm going, whether I have to sit and watch someone, you know, do it, or if I have to pay a student on campus or whatever, I'm going to learn how to braid hair. And when I come back, I will be braiding my own hair. I'm putting that out into the world right now. So if that does not happen when I come back, I owe someone $20. And anyone who knows me knows that I'm a cheap person. I'm going to have some outings to see what the nightlife is like there and also attend church services. And keep in mind that this list is subject to change. You know, I could take away some stuff, I could add some stuff, but hopefully I would add before I take away. And some overall goals I have while there are to make friends, to write the book, but keeping in mind, what does God want me to speak on? Learn more about the Ghanaian history and culture, spread love and the word when appropriate, make connections again, and simply grow. I wrote another letter to myself titled Slaynuh Goes to Ghana, and this is something that I'm not going to post just because it's personal, but like at the same time, I just didn't feel like God wanted me to like share this necessarily. I wrote this more so for myself, and I'm going to read it before I get on the plane, and I'm going to read it when I get back, and I'm going to have a, kind of follow-up. Shanna went to Ghana, and kind of just see how my perspective on what I thought is going to change. And also, did I really accomplish what God called me to accomplish? I just want to thank you all so much for checking out this listen. If you have anything you'd like to ask me, anything you'd like to say, please leave a comment or message me on my social media or message me up here on YouTube. I pray that you all continue to just be the amazing people that you are. Know that you were made beautifully. You were made in favor. You were made with mercy. You were made covered in grace, and God just loves you so much, and I love you too, for whatever it's worth. Have a great week, and again, I love you all. Thank you so much for listening.
That's all that I've got for you today. Go out and get in your go yard. Stay low, stay solid.